cool because fucking Ozymandias style, I started the stream 14 minutes ago.
That is not accurate.
We've been live this whole time. No,
Yeah?
no.
Give me
I don't
the
have
link,
the, I don't have the
goofball.
guts. I don't have the chutzpah for such a thing. Especially today.
Today of all days.
Today of all days. When we're starting to stream 100 years late. And I'm fucking... Whew.
You're having a rough time.
Holy hell. We got people in the thing already. You guys are kind of pre-stream. That's wild. It's wild that you got here so fast. Welcome. Hello. We haven't even started really playing the thing yet. Apologies for the time of day that it is, because it's later than usual. I had a neurological event last night, so here's where we're at. So this is when the stream is, and this is the energy I'm bringing.
Yay! Okay, gardens.
It's gonna be a little chaotic today. I apologize, but not very much.
Sweetheart, why don't you tell the friendly people in the chat what the different buildings do?
Yeah, okay, so today we got side A of the gardens. 1 point for each stack on your player board that contains the same number of tiles as the stack where the garden tile is placed. Our markets are 2 points for each visible tile with the same color as our market. Walls are scoring for walls in the corners. We got the palaces that can score for a point for each validated project, which is handy. Residences want a point per visible building type on your player board. And theaters are 2 points per architect of your color on the main board. Today. I'm welcoming everybody. How's everybody doing? Let's thank you for the kind words. There, Serge. That's very kind of you to say. I value this sort of thing. I have my internet creators who serve the same purpose for me. You know, it's an important role. So these first placements are just going to be pretty whack, and you did not really leave me a very good situation here. Let's just slap down one of these.
Okay.
I guess strategically there was a better play available, but I don't know. Like, you know, you're always very torn between the multiple different layers of things going on, right? So like, as far as attempting to establish my own king's favor, maybe it would have been better to play center or top left even. But then, you know, there aren't a lot of green buildings left. I need to make sure I got one, and I don't know. I don't know what's right. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enjoy some caffeine here, which is gonna cause something to happen to my system.
Yeah. ADHD sure is fun, huh?
I have a lot of yeah. I have that and a lot of it. Ah, curse you. Alright, well, I'm taking the distant corner. If you're getting one, I'm getting one.
All right.
You know, we're starting to get some decent points on these buildings, at least. Hello, welcome to the pre-stream. We're just hanging out for a second while things wind up. We're playing a little board game. We're not going to be continuing the Invisible Ink campaign today again because I'm not driving today. Amabel is driving the stream today because I am in non-optimal shape, is what I'm going to say. No worries, everybody. I will survive, but I definitely need to not be first place here. Uh, you know, it's a tricky one. I think I'll take 3 points per stack that has only one tile in it. There's usually a fair number of those left over. Thank you, Lux. That's very, very kind of you to say. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. That'll be 4. That'll be 1, 2. Well, that'll be 6. It's all right. We did that for 6.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right. So, different visible building type is not very good, but I do have a lot of need for blue stuff. I had to make sure I'm getting my blue stuff. Yeah, because we're burning we're burning through the visible blue tiles here real fast. I am excited to see what everybody's going to think of today's stream topic, because it's a weird little thing, and I've talked about it on the channel before, but I do think that it's not a super well-known game.
Okay, well, let me put it here. Okay. Sorry that took so long.
You should be.
Just trying to, find the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the situation has definitely become complex, huh?
A little bit.
I guess I can take this market and be like, jeez, I don't even know what I'm like. What am I even like? What am I even like anymore?
What do you like?
I'm gonna put it here.
You are sweet and thoughtful, and a little sleepy sometimes. Sometimes you're a little sleepy.
I do, yeah. I have problems. All right. Once again, we're rolling mutually assured. This will be okay. I'm giving like some, a lot of 6-point building plays. These are good. These are fine. Oh, interesting.
Oh wait, that was the wrong move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not a very good wall placement, but it does give me a pattern. And we got to close those patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I figured you were going to...
Yeah. I was going to go for the... Yeah, I should have.
All right. Well, let's definitely get a palace. I think I'm going to go here with it. And then I need more project cards. So yeah.
Okay, let's see.
There's a couple of doable things here. So yeah, hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Enjoy the chill energy while we're sort of like warming up. And we'll be here with today's topic soon enough. Just as soon as Amabel fucking
What?
bombs through the bottom of this game. Shit, Robin Bennett got us. I feel seen, but in the bad way. Well, that feels like an act of uncalled for aggression.
I don't think so. I think it's completely the correct act. I did the right thing.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself, baby. Alright, let me do this. We can close up that new pattern we just grabbed and then take on another pattern that's pretty easy to fulfill from where we're at. You are 12 points ahead of me on raw placement value, which is, you know, it's a little concerning. And I continue to take kind of crummy individual building placements.
Different building type.
But see, this one has strategic value at least.
2, 3, 4. I mean, 4 is not bad, but then that's color on the main board.
So I'm definitely taking this one, completing the line. The question is, where do I place it? There are 2 different spots to complete the thing, and the question is, like, how much more game do I think there is? We've really depleted the stacks quite evenly. I'm going to go to here, completing a rotation of this thing, and then claim the king's favor for 3 ups. With just a little bit of optimism in my heart, basically. And then we gotta make some decisions as to where stuff's gonna be. These market tiles are crummy. Wall tiles aren't great for how I was planning on doing this either, but I guess I can. Maybe I took the wrong king's favor. All right, I'm modifying my plan a little bit here. Hey, look at that, 8-point building. I'm kind of catching up. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the pre-stream. It's going to be a normal one today. Let me tell you. Amabel, you're the one I'm telling.
Okay.
So now the question of which thing am I covering up? I think it's going to be this one.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get a little bit of blue down before I had to take the market. Okay. Well, I mean, I think it would be a very strange play indeed for me not to take this. Do I just want to put it like, because I could go... Yeah, because it's already... Yeah. Let's just make something 3. So I'm scoring points for stacks that are at 1 and 3 height. Which I have to be careful not to sort of talk myself out of points here. Then either one of these is going to be an 8, and I don't really know what I'm looking for next. But I sure can't pick the blue tile that I need. I guess let's just grab one of these and override a 2 for a 3. Just build some goals here. All right, and all of a sudden we're in a game ends any moment kind of position. Oh, fuck you. That sucks. That's really bad.
Thank you. I love you too, sweetheart.
I do love you. I do.
Fuck you. That sucks. Oh.
I was right. All right, well. So taking a new
I think
palace.
you won this, though.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. The scores are pretty close, and you got 2 bonus scoring things, and I don't.
So this is 12 points because it finishes my pattern, as well as being a crummy 2-point building. And I think that's a little bit better than taking the palace. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh, that was real close, though.
It was very close. This game adaptation is perfect. Any last message for the developer? Good job, friend. Friend. Okay. Yeah, no, you did a great job there.
Thank you.
That last turn was devastating. I'm going to admit I was not like paying the closest attention. I didn't realize you were going to finish both of the patterns with that move. That was big. Amabel, you're pretty good at games.
I do okay sometimes.
And we're going to see we're going to put that to the test. But before we do that,
Yeah.
hey, check it. The game. This music,
The
it's
game.
this. The music, it's this. From the pre-stream. Thanks, relaxed friends, because they're doing the thing that we all need to be doing, which is giving me stuff for free. To the gas cave. Welcome to the actual stream, friends. It is true. Chapel Roan was in the search bar because I was listening to some Chapel Roan before I went to bed because I fucking love Chapel Roan. I don't know if I've talked about that on the channel before, but I do love me some Chapel Roan. All right, let me try to cram this into some kind of semblance of working. Wait, how did I do that wrong? Okay, now hide participants. There we go. Okay, and then we magic this part up. And we go, you and you go away. This is wrong.
What's wrong?
No, it's not on your end.
Okay.
I am fucking it up. I think this is what I want.
You want to know what's bizarre?
What's that?
So I'm looking at the screen, and it has our faces on the little screen and our little Discord chat, like in the game.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Can you turn off your overlay, please?
I don't know. I don't know how I turned it on.
Hold on. Well, it's on by default. It's on by default. Is the thing.
Okay. Is that under customize? I want to go then.
Yeah. No. Don't worry about it, sweetie. You're fine.
I mean, it's not showing up on your.
Well, I'm fixing something on my end.
Okay. Options. Yeah, because I would actually not like to. I like to be able to see the whole screen when I'm doing this.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
Here's the thing. Discord is two nightmares taped together at the best of
It,
times.
is that a thing that's in Discord rather than in the game?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm sorry. This is very. I was not expecting this. This is very professional.
Yeah, we kind of had. Listen, the stream is a sort of a tumbling nightmare.
Does anyone in chat know where the overlay setting is?
Yeah, it's in your user settings. It's got its own. I thought it had. Yeah, it has its own activity setting, game overlay. It has its own. Tab
I don't.
on the left.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't want to tell you why. I just want to not.
You don't have to tell them shit.
They would not let me turn it off without selecting an option. It's very confusing. Okay. All right. So this is a thing that I've never played before.
This game is called Demoncrawl. You're gonna see what it is real fast.
Let's go to classic.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
What? Okay. What?
The
How am I supposed to play?
leftmost option is the one that you play. How do you video games? You do first thing. What is your experience level with Minesweeper? Green. Come on now. Tutorial? I mean, I guess if you want to be a baby about it.
It's the thing that's on the left. What? You just told me to do the thing on the left.
Welcome to Demoncrawl. To begin this stage, Demoncrawl. Yeah, Discord did a whole UI refresh recently, and it broke a ton of shit in my opinion. I think it was better before. Congratulations, Amabel, you have coins. Your goal is to open every safe cell while avoiding the ones with monsters. So instead of mines, you have monsters. This is Monster Sweeper. But you understand the rules of Minesweeper.
Yeah.
So each number on the cell,
Like the flag.
yeah, each numbered cell indicates the number of monsters in the 8 surrounding cells. And so she can flag, we know there's a monster in that space. Oh, hey. You found a chest. Click on it to open it. Hell yeah. You got an apple. So, here's the thing. In some ways, this game is easier than Minesweeper because if you accidentally reveal a monster, it won't instantly end the run. It will just deal damage to you. So you can see down at the bottom.
Oh, they want me right.
Yeah. The 5 different types of items in Demoncrawl.
All right, passive items. All right.
Have a black background. Consumables have a green background. Magic items.
Mana. Always unused blue background.
Yep.
Okay. Omens. Okay, don't want those.
Yep, red background items
Legendary.
are like cursed. All right. So yeah, here's the thing about Minesweeper type puzzles. Depending on where you are sourcing your minesweeping from, they are not necessarily always solvable without guessing. If a visible cell has the correct number of flags, you can press it to quickly open all other nearby cells. This is known as cording. So like if you click on that one, it'll open, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that means the 2 is there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Ah, but which of these? Okay, this one needs to be next to 2, so it needs to be this one.
Yep.
Which means this is clear.
Yep. So if you screw up and you open a cell that has a monster in it, the monster will deal damage to you based on its attack value. And you can see
I'm just not going to do that. Though.
You have a certain number of.
I'm not going to.
You have a certain number of hit points down at the bottom of the screen. So if you do accidentally open a monster cell, it won't blow you up necessarily right away, the way that a single mistake will in Minesweeper.
I understand. You don't need to tell me that, though, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to screw up. I'm going to be a champion.
Anyway, like I was saying, depending on where you are getting your Minesweeper puzzles, it may or may not be the case that you can solve the puzzles for sure without guessing. I will tell you right now, this game does not always ensure that you don't have to guess. There will be some puzzles where you might have to guess, or where you might have to employ technique. So
Now, was there another? Oh, go ahead.
this is
Then I'll ask you a question.
this is the quest. You're on your quest.
Okay.
These are your glory days here. You go ahead and head into the forest there, where your journey begins.
There was.
You can see the number of monsters in the top left. There are 10 creepy monsters, and the number below that is the damage range of the monsters on this level. When you reveal one, it will deal 1-to-1 damage.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So there was a game I saw you playing once that was kind of like this. It was like a fantasy minesweeper. Do you know what I'm talking about?
This.
It was. No,
Okay. How about we don't talk about other games that aren't this game and instead talk about this game?
All right. I'm all right. Well, this one has to have these two here. It needs to be next to that guy, which means this one is clear, and that's clear. But this one has to be next to one, so that one goes there. Right. All right. So now this one obviously is here because that's the one's there.
So, it's like Minesweeper. As it starts, it is basically just like a Minesweeper.
Yeah. So this one here needs to be next to a thing, and this needs to be next to two.
Yeah, there's exactly one.
If there's one here, then there's not one in these. And if it's here, then there's not one here or here. There has to be one here, though. It's going to be one of these two.
So to satisfy that top one, there must be exactly one monster in those top two cells, right?
Right.
One of those is a monster, and one of them is blank.
Okay.
Which means...
Hang on. Oh, I have a timer. I don't like that.
Well, it's just counting up, though. It's not,
Yeah. So this is going to be the monster, I think, because it can't be next to two here. So it need to be either here and here. That means that this one has to be.
That's correct.
I think.
Right. If
I know that much. Okay.
Yeah. And then that gives you
all right
those openings.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Get your cord on. You found a thing. Spawn a familiar on target empty cell and pass a turn. It's an instant friend.
Okay. Right. All right.
And I don't know if you noticed, but whenever game terminology is used, ooh, nice. There's a little crawl on the bottom of the screen that defines the terms. So it was telling you the game rules for familiar while you were looking at that item.
Okay. All right, this one needs to be next to one of these needs to have a thing in it, and if it's the center one, then this one has a thing. These two need to be next to one and only one, so it's actually that has to be, I think. Yeah. Okay, which means we have one there.
So yeah, just to say it again now that the stream proper has started. We'll probably get back to that Invisible Ink playthrough next week. This week I'm feeling a little fried, so I wanted something where Amabel was going to drive, and we decided that Amabel learning about this little gem was a good way to take the stream for today.
Yeah.
So that's what's up.
Okay. Alright, so this one needs to be next.
That one needs exactly one monster, right?
Yeah, so it's...
Oh, what happened to Amna? It's not even going to happen. You've been chomped by a spider. If you mouse over that spider, they have procedurally generated names. That is the yellow bug of art.
Okay, well then that means that this one is fine. I jumped. I don't know if you were watching my screen. I jumped so much.
I had to turn
Like
off
a
your.
silly
I had
baby.
to turn off your camera because I couldn't figure out a way to get
Okay.
our shit totally off screen because they changed how Discord's
All right. Well,
screen
1,
stuff
2,
works.
3. This needs to be next to.
And I just don't want to wrestle with it right now. I'm sure there's a way to fix it, but we'll figure it out later.
That's the 2. That one's next
Yep,
to.
so you can chord that.
That one's
and
next
then-
to 3. I have flagged too many. Oh,
You
okay.
have.
Hang on. Oh, because the one's there. Right.
Yeah, that one in fact cannot be. Oh, and hey, look at that healing. All right, so Amabel, it's a game where you are traveling through a set of procedurally generated levels, gaining access to items and perks. It's different every time you come at it. You know what that means?
It's a roguelite.
That means this is the Minesweeper roguelite. Let's see there. A turn means each time you manually open a cell or cells. Thanks, game text. Worth noting, you cannot go back to a shop once you've left it. Also, did you see the stage modifier there?
I did not.
Here, the explosive cavern. You maybe want to mouse over that.
Oh, okay.
So just be careful.
Well, that's.
Ooh. Just not even gonna. All right. So when you use that item, it does what it says. It'll empty the mana bar, and then every time you take a turn, every time you reveal cells, it will gain 1 mana for every cell revealed. I believe it's the way mana works.
Okay.
A
All right.
stunning
So
wire.
this
Oh, no.
one's good. This needs to be next to 2, so that one needs to go there. Which means that this is clear. This is next to 2, so that's clear. 1 goes there. I like that the flag is different. That's neat.
Yeah, the stages have like different sort of visual themes.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is
lock
next to 1,
roll items are sort of color coded by their functionality. So the blue ones are the magic ones that use the mana mechanic. Green items are single use consumables.
Okay, if this is there, then that's there. Okay.
Talk it out.
Okay, so I'm getting a lot of like if this then that. So like if there is a monster here that satisfies this one and that 3, and this one can't be, so the other 2, the one for this other 2 needs to be here. If, however, there's a monster here that satisfies that 2, this is clear, and that satisfies the 3. So I really, that's kind of, it seems like a 50-50 to me at this point. I don't see a deduction.
Okay, I will tell you there is a place here where you absolutely do not have to guess,
Okay, all right.
and it's not there.
Right. So let's see. I mean, it's gonna be coming from the ones. That's the unit of information that is the most useful at this point. So with the 1.
The other one. Try the other one.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, so this one, if it's here, well, no, then the 2 could split. Could split this way, right?
What is the one telling you?
That there's 1 in one of these 2 cells.
There's exactly one.
Exactly
in those
yes.
2 cells.
Right. So, but here's the thing.
Which means that the cell to the south of those 2 cells has to
have 1,
right, in order for the 2 to be satisfied.
Right. which means that's that one. Okay.
I don't want to like walk you through it too much, but that's a
it has been a while.
That's a useful trick. You can. I would not try to think of it in terms of single cells.
Right. You have to remind me of that several times. I think it's be really embarrassing. I remember you're like, "Hey, we should have you play an action game." I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds good. That won't flare up my intellectual insecurities at all." And then you're like, "How about you play this Minesweeper game?"
I said this or Jamestown, and you were like this.
I don't know what Jamestown is. All right, so 3. All right. The 3 is useful, I think.
I might be able to do something. Hold on a second. I'm gonna grab something here. I might be able to do something to be able to draw on the screen a little bit. This is gonna be really messy. But so okay. Here's the idea. Amabel, please don't move your screen for a second while I try to do this. Okay. So the bit of logic there was that this one here. Oh, that broke everything. Now I have to remember how this program works. Okay. So this one here is telling us that there's exactly one monster in the cells surrounding the one. Since all this stuff to the left and the bottom is revealed, that means that exactly one of these 2 cells is a monster. And if that's true, then in order for this 2 to be satisfied, the 2 is telling us there are 2 monsters within these surrounding cells. If we know exactly one of these is a monster, then this has to be the second monster, was the logic that was used there. And now that we know that that's true, we can make further deductions like this 1, all the other spaces around it are clear. Or, for example, this 2 only has 1 potential cell adjacent to it. Yeah.
Which is that one there.
Yeah, hopefully that was useful to the people. I don't know how easy it is for you to see what I'm doing there.
Oh, well, I was looking over on the screen while you were doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I really love this live draw tool. I used it a bunch when I was doing what puzzle game? Some puzzle game. I thought it was very helpful.
All right. So that's the cute name, Little Fiend the Blob. So let's look at these 2s now. So this 2
Kafir, the Jamestown in question is the shmup from like 2015.
A shmup? I could have been playing a shmup?
That's what I offered.
Oh, you didn't tell me that's what it was.
It's an alternate history. It's an alternate history shmup about what if instead of its actual location, the colony of Jamestown was founded on Mars.
Okay, so I know that there is
It's a really rich historical concept.
I know that this space is clear, and the reason why I know that is because this space has to have 2 things adjacent to it, and this needs to have 1 adjacent to it. And so if this was the other, if this square was the other thing for this 2, then this one would not be satisfied. So I can just click that.
There's another little trick here is if you look in the top left, you only have 2 monsters left for the whole puzzle.
Right.
And since they both have to be in those 3 squares, all of the other squares are definitely not monsters.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, which means that this has to be a monster.
It does indeed. Here you go. You're getting it. So every time she successfully reveals or tags a monster, the number of remaining this is remaining undiscovered monsters in the top left. The number does decrease over time. Endure the blistering sun. So yeah, it shows you on the screen before you click the number of monsters, the size of the puzzle, the damage range.
Yeah. Is there a way to zoom this out? Do you know?
Yeah, mouse wheel should work.
Oh, okay. It zooms
Oh,
in, but
that's
not
just
out.
the that's just the maximum zoom level.
Okay, well that's hmm, I I'm very uncomfortable with this.
It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. Oh, hey, you earned a mastery. Don't worry about this right now. Oh, that opened a lot of level. Got a couple of chests. Ooh. When you enter a stage, reduce the monster count by the minimum power. Pretty handy. You got your scary mask. And your reveal effects will reveal an additional cell. For example, if you remember, you have a magic item in your inventory, and I'm sure it's recharged by now. Oh, no, it's not. 78
No.
mana. But so that will reveal one more cell than it would have previously.
All right. So I know these are here because of these ones.
Yeah, when you click on the heart and you're not actually allowed to take it, the noise it makes is a little plaintive. It's a little bit like, how dare you?
Okay.
Yep, and this one with a single box unrevealed to its corner is a very standard like Minesweeper. Very standard Minesweeper thing.
Okay, there's all those.
This is actually quite an easy level.
Yeah.
You're burning through this one.
Okay, 4 in this one. All right. Well, this one means that's clear.
So you can also chord
means...
to flag, like if you right click on the 4. Because literally all the cells remaining have to be flagged, it will go ahead and flag them all. And so like right click on that 3 because all of the cells next to it have to be flagged.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. All right.
This game is called Demoncrawl. It is a sort of a Minesweeper roguelite, but that description is correct, but it's not. I feel like it undersells the weirdness.
Okay.
This game does get very strange. Okay, it tells you
the sun drop right now.
But it tells you when your mana items are ready. That's nice.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. I need one of these. Oh no, it needs to be this one because of that too, which means that's clear.
Don't worry about the mastery right now. We'll talk about what that is later.
Okay. All right. So there's gonna be one adjacent to the 5 that's gonna have it. The 4 needs 2 more, and one of those needs to be, because the monster count is 2, needs to be the same as the 5. So that one has to be. Which leaves one more, and it's gonna be one of these because it needs to be adjacent to the 2 as well as the 4, which means that these are clear.
And then that tells you which of the remaining ones is the monster.
I beat the stage. I thought it was a beat up the stage.
And you took no damage. Extra XP for taking no damage.
All right.
This of course is also a strand game.
What does a strand game mean?
That's a Death Stranding joke.
It's a what?
Don't worry about it. The people who are gonna get that joke got it already, and it's not gonna mean anything to anybody else. I apologize.
Okay.
Do you think that the flag here is supposed to be like a whale as seen from above?
I don't know. It's a good question. Okay, well then.
Hideo Kojima has said on a number of occasions that the genre of Death Stranding was strand game, by which he meant something along the lines of the persistent architecture stuff was a way of connecting players with each other. Something. You know.
Oh, all right. He's a weird guy.
Pursuant to the themes of the game, I mean, like, listen, I don't necessarily love the works of Mr. Hideo Kojima, but I'll say this. At the very least, he is operating in a thematic space, and that's something that a lot of his contemporaries are not bothering to do. Right? Like, he is
Yeah.
treating the video games like they are art, and I have to respect that.
No, yeah, I agree. They're not.
Did you?
I
did
think
you
they're
read
dumb,
what
but
your
they're
new
not
item,
for me.
Did you read what your new item does?
Okay, that's the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 0 within target visible 3x3 area.
Just like,
I
I would
mean,
go
why
ahead and
not?
use that. Yes. Look at all that free stuff.
Okay, yeah, that works out all right. Okay, well this one has to be there, obviously, which means that this is clear. All right, I need 4 more. Okay, and 2 are gonna be over here, and 2 are gonna be over here. So that's
Well, actually, do you know that?
okay. Well, there are 4
We know.
remaining.
We know. There's 2 unaccounted for in that top left area because of the 4. The 4 needs 2 more
Right.
monsters. But you actually you don't know that there are 2 in the top right.
All right, it could be 3.
Yeah,
Could be 3.
it could just be 1 monster in the top right.
Like over in a corner. Yeah, and then
Like
okay.
right there, yeah.
So
So you are going to have to guess a little bit here, or you could employ your sun
Is
drop.
it worth it to use my?
So, unfortunately, you have learned here, the sun drop revealed monsters you already had flagged because they weren't revealed. Sun drop, you have betrayed us for the last time.
Okay, so that's
You got who chomped you? Ectojuice, the
Ectojuice,
quarrel.
station.
I love Ectojuice very much. What a hero.
Yeah, no, I understand. Okay,
So you have a certain flag here. You have a spot where you do not
Yeah.
have to guess, yeah. Is that lower too? Oh, all right.
okay, all right. Oh well, the 3 needs
Yeah,
to be next to.
the 3 is conclusive. All right, got a little chomped there.
I leveled up.
Congratulations, you got tokens. You have a ton of gold now.
Yeah, so let's see what we got here.
Some kind of dog mask. It's a wolf pelt. Whenever you gain an item, a random visible monster flees. That's interesting. Visit a library. Libraries will have an additional research subject. Interesting. If the cell has a monster, 300 mana is returned, and the monster will explode in a 5x5 area. That's neat. Those are neat items. I can't believe you didn't take the explosive bow. So this is the overworld.
I want a library card. That
when
sounds
it's
great.
okay, when it says the overworld, it means this screen. So if you're going to use that library card, now would be the.
Okay.
All right, let's go check out some books. Choose a subject to study. So you basically like pick a keyword, and the game you're going to get an item that has this word in its text. I think this is such a fun way to distribute loot. Okay, you got a blue. You got something. An ice totem.
Frozen cells in this quadrant and reset the value. A frozen cell reduces remaining monster count. Each turn you manually open a cell or cells. Okay.
All right. Now notice you are you're not really getting any tougher, but the damage on the monsters is scaling up. There's a secret in Ocean. You found a pin cushion. Ooh. are some good needles. I don't know what the sign telling you that there's a secret on this level means. I feel like I used to know that.
Okay.
Yeah, Lockroll, it is the case that some of the items are very complicated in their implementation.
Okay, let's see. This was next to 2. It needs to be next to 2 more, and one of those needs to be this one.
Yeah, you have a couple of numbers here that are already solved, sweetie.
Yeah, no, I'm solving it.
No. You have a couple that are already solved. Like those other 2 4s are.
Oh, right. Okay. Look.
They're only adjacent to 4 cells. So that'll help push you along a little bit.
I'm not the smartest lady.
I don't know, you might be. I think you're pretty brilliant.
Well, that's very sweet.
You see a statue. Check out that statue. Whoa. Don't just click on stuff without reading it.
You told me to check it out.
Yeah. With your eyes. Look with your eyes, bitch. Found a sword. A dagger. Kills visible monsters. If the monster is standing on a 3 or greater, it breaks. Interesting. So it means like when you reveal a monster, it can kill the monster. Thank you, dear Spider-Man. That's very kind of you to say. I think it is unquestionable that Amabel is quite a bit smarter than I am. There's still a secret in ocean. What does this mean? Mysterious.
I don't think that's accurate, what you said.
Ooh. Rancid Meteorite adds the Rancid mod to all other stages, and surely you'll get something else in return.
All right.
Okay, you've discovered a mysterious key. Did that go in your inventory? What is that? Huh. Okay. You're discovering stuff. Kafir says we have different kinds of smarts. I think that's inarguable. Our brains definitely work differently.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely, and that yours works.
Is that what it does? Is that the thing that it does? Is that why you're here playing Minesweeper? Because I am unstable? Listen,
okay,
one thing you must say about my brain, one thing that is definitely true, is that it does stuff. It is energized. It's going places. Sometimes without my consent. You're getting it. You're doing it.
This one needs to be next to 1. That will also be next to that.
Mm-hmm. It's true. One of those 2 cells is a monster, which means
this one is not.
That cell cannot be a monster, correct?
Yeah. Okay, but that means that this one has to be because of that 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're breaking it down.
I'm breaking it down a little slowly, but I'm getting there. 6 more monsters, and they're gonna be mostly in this row. Let's see. Well, I have this 3 here, so it needs 2 things next to it that are gonna be monsters.
Mm-hmm.
But only one of them can be here.
Correct.
Because of that 2.
Because of the 2.
So this one has to be.
That is absolutely true. And then that means that exactly one of those 2 cells is a monster.
And that
So
this one is not.
that one cannot be. And that being a 1 really is very helpful.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. All right. So there's 3 left, and they're all in this one of them's gonna be. All right. So if the monster's here, then it could not be. No, the monster's not here. The monster's not here because I need to have 1 monster next to the 4 and 2 other monsters. 3 monsters total. And in order to, if the monster was here in this space, then neither of these 3 could be monsters.
Correct.
And
there wouldn't be enough
this is a
monsters
monster,
left.
and this is not.
That's good deduction.
Thank you.
You're doing it, baby.
All right.
Here's the bad news.
Yeah.
Go ahead and work the rest of it out until you get to the bad news.
The bad news is okay, so I need 2 squares that are next to this 4, and 1 that's next to this 4.
Right. So that tells you one thing.
Yeah, so it tells me that either these 2 are, or these 2 are, and not that one.
Okay, that's certainly a way to think about it.
It's a split. I don't have
a more helpful way to think about it might be exactly one of the left 2 cells is a monster, right?
Yeah.
Which means
but then this one is.
That one definitely is. But now there's no way to work that. You just have to guess at this point. Okay, congratulations. You gained 3% pathfinding from that statue. Sure, it'd be cool if you had read the text on the statue, so that you would know what it did. But it's gone now, baby.
Where's my codex?
There's a dictionary. You moused over dictionary repeatedly without clicking on it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Where? Okay.
You might want to erase that search text. There you go. So here's a lot of game terms. They give you a nice Demoncrawlpedia.
A stat that allows you to complete a stage with a percentage of cells still unsolved. Okay.
Yeah. So you are at 3% pathfinding. So you will get to leave 3% of the stage unsolved. All right, you get to hire friends. Get a party. You got some money. Who are you gonna recruit?
I guess the scientist.
Science.
Don't click on him. Okay, so you gave all the stages this rancid modifier. Cannot use consumables. Okay.
I don't
So-
need them.
Yeah.
Okay,
you do you. I'm gonna let you work this out.
All right. Well, that's not a lot of information, unfortunately.
It certainly isn't. Oh, you're just like clicking around at random. Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to open up the puzzle a bit so I can.
Yeah, you might click. Only the first click is safe. You could potentially run into an awful lot of critters here.
Okay. Okay, well, cheese and
Jesus
rice.
Christ.
Okay. I mean, I need.
You need what to start solving the puzzle?
I mean, I need some more information to start solving the puzzle. Yeah.
No, disagree. You have lots of information. You can do a lot of work with what you got here.
I did. Well, I disagree. How about that?
Okay, well, you are wrong, mathematically speaking.
Usually, that's frequently the case. All right, let's see.
For one thing, this is the thing. The thing you should start doing. It will help you a lot. Is make sure you note all the places where you actually are already solved.
Yeah.
Because, like, for example, a 3 on a straight wall, like that 3 up into 2 spaces up into the right of the cursor. No, to the right of that one. Like that only has
one?
3 cells adjacent to it, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
So that's helpful.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
One, 2.
Look at your scientist just floating around.
Yeah, he's bothering me. I don't.
Yeah.
I regret bringing him along.
Why?
Okay, well this 2 has 1 next to it.
True.
Which means that one's clear. That 1 is good. This 1 has to have 1 there. Which means that's good.
He's living his. He's trying to live his best life. Oh, hey, you found another scientist. Did you read before clicking?
No.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Read.
Okay.
Then decide whether or not to click.
Teleport projectiles that collide with me to another cell. Projectiles that collide. Okay.
And you can click on him to pay him a coin to do the other
Teleport him.
blow up nearby objects and relocate to another cell.
Okay.
So that's what a scientist does.
Okay.
There are many different kinds of NPCs and familiars and whatnot.
Yeah. So if there's a monster here, then there isn't one in these 2 cells, and is one in this cell. If, on the other hand, the monster is... No, it can't be here. Can't be here. Because it would have to... Okay, this is clear. Alright. That narrows it down a little bit. Well, this one has 1 next to it there, which means that's clear. It means that's good.
Yeah, corners are your breakdown points, usually. Lock roll is asking for a little bit more detail.
Okay. Well, so this 2 has me next to two monsters, and there's only 1 space, so I'm gonna go to that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. Given stream delay, I don't know exactly which decision lock roll is referring to.
And I don't know if people are aware of this, but the job of describing how you're playing the game as you're playing it is actually incredibly difficult.
It is more difficult than most people would expect. So let me just do a little bit of drawing here. Can you hang out here? So like for example, what I see right now, let me lock this. Is like, so we have this 1 telling us that there is, oh, I did the thing again. Lock mode. There we go. We have this 1 telling us that there is exactly 1 monster in these 2 cells, right?
Yeah.
That means that this 2 is telling us that this is definitely a monster right here.
Yeah.
And then once you've got that down, then the fact that there's definitely a monster right here. Actually, no, sorry. That's not even true. This isn't true because there's already a monster adjacent to that too. Once you solve for that one, this cell can't be a monster. Right?
Right. And this... Get out of the way, scientist. All right. One of these is going to be a monster.
Yes, you have a similar situation here where this 2, because it has one monster adjacent to it already, is telling you one of these 2 cells is a monster, which means that from this 3's perspective, the 3 can see one monster here, a second monster here, and so this has to be the third monster, and that solves the 4. And so that's how that's basically how the game works. Is it's just about like information cascades like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but so your job is really hard, actually. is the thing that I have found. It's very difficult for me to verbalize what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. I'm getting better at it, I think. Am I better at it than I was like 2 years ago?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And like part of the trick is too that like you think faster than you talk. That's just a real actual fact of human brains. So you have to get pretty efficient at conveying in order to even kind of keep up.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I want where's my...
You're charging stuff.
Oh, it's not charged yet. Okay. Like I want some items. Is what I would like right now.
Yeah, it does. It does help, unironically, Sweet Sour, to have a second person to sort of like be the commentary person. I think that live streaming is basically like always at least a 2-person job. That's why I didn't really do any streaming solo.
Yeah. So because we know that one of these has to be one and one of these has to be one, it can't be these 2. First of all, because that 1 is there, but also this 2 already has 1.
So that the fact that 2 is telling you that one of these is a monster, right? Means that this 1 is solved. We know for a fact none of these are monsters because we know one of these 2 must be.
Right? Thank you. That's actually really helpful. All right, 6, 7. Okay, we don't know how many are up here.
You bounce around a lot.
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
So this 4, there are 3 spaces adjacent to it, but 2 of them are going to be bombs. Monsters. And okay, so what does that tell me? There's 2 up there, and there's going to be 2 down. That's 4. All right.
Well, you know some more cells here.
Okay, so I know that this one can't be a monster because one of these has to be.
Okay. Yes.
Right.
So yeah, because from the perspective of this 2 was telling us that one of these had to be a monster, which meant that this 1 knew its monster was up here and knew this couldn't be a monster.
Yeah, and because of the same thing over here, I know this is clear.
That's not a monster, yeah. And now that you have numbers on both sides of these cells, it's trivial to solve them out from here.
Is it?
Yep. So start where you have some information already, right? Like this 2 is done. Right?
Yeah. Is it? Is it?
Well,
done?
it's adjacent to only 2 cells, so.
Right. It's adjacent to only 2 cells,
and it needs 2 of the cells that it's adjacent to have monsters, which is 100% of them.
No, because this 2 is adjacent to that 1 as well.
Sorry, this 2. Do you see where I'm circling on the screen?
No, I'm not seeing.
You're not looking at the stream. Okay.
No, I'm looking. Okay, that 2. That 2. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the
Yeah, no,
screen.
you're getting.
It's nice to have two monitors, but it's
She's not getting the live draw live. She's getting the live draw with the stream delay. So
with the delay. Yeah.
that's why that's tricky. All right, and then
Okay, well, then
this is solved out. Okay, so back to the top left.
There's 6 left here. Okay.
Yeah, you have a solved number, actually, that I don't think you've noticed.
That might be likely. Okay, this 3 needs to.
That 3 is only adjacent to 3 cells. So
means that 3 is also okay.
And that was the pathfinding kicked in at the end there. You got down to 3% unsolved cells, and it finished the puzzle for you.
Got it.
Hooray!
Can your flying scientist help? I don't know. I don't know what the flying guy does other than make it hard for me to see what I'm doing.
Okay, you've unlocked some new stuff. That's not a thing you have right now. That's you're unlocking new items for the item pool.
It looks delicious, though. I mean, it looks like sashimi. Yeah,
sashimi. It looks like a piece of sashimi. Yes. Surmount the molten core of the rancid volcano. A special chest. If only you had a special key. Oh wait, you do. So this will spawn a familiar and convert all your familiars to strong familiars when you open it. And it contains an item that does familiar stuff. Alright, you got a zombie paw. Whenever a familiar dies, spawn a familiar. Hey, that's handy. So, here's your strong familiar. He'll move in a random direction each turn. He'll reveal cells, he'll pick up loot, and if he runs into a monster, he'll just murder it. Ooh.
Okay, electric. Well, not telling me what. Okay, well. Cultist was here.
Man, it's distributed randomly. Oh, right. Yeah, your items are charging slowly because you have a bunch of mana items. Every time you open a cell, you gain 1 mana, and it goes to one of your mana items at random. I'm remembering some of the mechanics like, piece by piece here. Yes, Krobzik. This is basically a Minesweeper roguelite. It's called Demoncrawl. It is not very expensive on Steam, and I think it is extremely rad if you are the kind of person who likes weird puzzle games, which I very much am. So can I give you a little bit of productivity advice here?
Yeah.
Work away from the familiar. Let the familiar have a chance to stumble into stuff. You solve one side of the puzzle, see what the familiar will do for you on the other side.
Okay.
See, unfortunately, because he moves randomly, it's not guaranteed that he'll ever do anything useful.
Yeah.
But you can increase the odds. Oh, that's extra break the well-endowed magma of propaganda. Yeah, so that cell that you just flagged there is not a good flag.
Wrong, yeah.
I was gonna say something, but
no, I didn't see that this was next to the 2. This is a problem I have when I do some pick cross puzzles on my phone once a week.
Mm-hmm.
I get like a free puzzle every week, and like I don't always count all the cells correctly.
It's very easy to get going, to get into a groove, and then and to stop checking everything all the time. So remember that fireman is a monster. So like the 1 that is down and to the right of it is totally solved.
It's clear.
Yeah.
This one is not. All right. And this 3, well, that has to be 1 then. Means that has to be 1.
Yeah, roguelites are the carcinization of games, Igor says in chat, and I absolutely get where you're coming from there. This game actually came out before everything is a roguelite now became like... It predates a lot of that wave.
Yeah. Okay, so one of these has to be...
Right, and exactly one of those has to be, right?
Exactly one of those has to be, which means that one of these has to be.
Which means that one has to be in order to satisfy that too.
Yeah.
Is that hugely useful at the moment? Not really, but it's
I
know,
mean,
it's
I'm
something.
trying.
Well, no,
There's a lot of monsters
it's
in this
important to
puzzle.
note. Yeah.
All right. The 3 is adjacent to 2 other monsters, and only one of them can be in one of these spaces because of the 2. Therefore, this one is one, and that 3 is clear.
Yep. Good. That's a good deduction.
Okay. Get out of the way, Bubble Man. One of these 2 has to be one, and the other one isn't.
Yeah. Right now, that's what I would describe as a low utility piece of information. It's correct, but not in a way that's useful.
Okay, well, I'm new to this. I'm trying.
Hey, you're doing a good job.
All right. Okay.
Lockroll says, "Pop that guy's bubble." Can you?
It doesn't do it. I've tried.
Well, you've tried under certain circumstances.
Oh, okay.
So if you were to pay him 1 coin right now, he would teleport nearby objects and then relocate to another cell.
Okay, well, there are no...
I don't know if a monster counts as an object.
Why would I want the monster to be teleported?
I don't know. He teleported the monsters you couldn't see that he was adjacent to as well. He actually solved some of those cells for you.
All right, well, that's decent of him.
And now he's teleported somewhere else. Is he adjacent to? He is adjacent to more unsolved cells. I mean, he's actually kind of doing a great job here. Good work, Science Man. Way to earn your keep.
Right. Wait,
Are
I
you
don't
sure
know
about
that for sure. I don't know that one for sure. Yeah. Because the thing is, I didn't count that as a monster, even though it is a monster.
Even though it is Nether Chaz, the charming
Amber, camouflage.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as a favor, could you mouse over a monster or 2? Because I do love the way they named them here.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, this one is 1 because this 2 needs to be adjacent to 2 and only has 1 free cell, which means that this isn't. Okay, this 4 needs 1 more.
Yep.
The 3 is good. The 2 is good here.
Oh, your familiar killed something.
Vegan Ifrit of pleasures, by the way.
I am a total sucker for just like very simple choose an item from each of 2 lists style randomness, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that can be a fun time. Let's see.
It doesn't take much. I'm a simple creature.
Okay, this one needs to have 1 adjacent to it.
Correct.
Besides that one. Yeah, these are all just kind of sharing.
Well, there's a piece of information there. There's a certain piece of information there.
Okay.
If you know exactly one of those 2 cells is a monster.
Right. Then that means that this cell has to be?
Right.
Because this one needs to have...
Because that one needs, yep. If exactly one of these 2 is a monster, then this one must be a monster to satisfy that too. And that means that 2 is satisfied.
Right.
And then you get a similar situation here where because of this 2, one of these 2 must be a monster. Exactly, one of these 2 must be a monster. And that monster will satisfy the 3, meaning this cell can't be a monster.
This cell can't be a monster? Okay. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult with it being on a delay.
Yeah. I'm mostly when I'm drawing, I'm mostly drawing for chat.
Yeah, but it helps me too. So, all right. So this too.
You have to remember, Lockroll. Now that we have revealed monsters, that the numbers are referring to both revealed and unrevealed monsters. It is the total number of monsters in the adjacent cells. All right, just a little bit left to go at the top here. And my guess is you probably only need to do 1 or 2 more cells before the pathfinding finishes the puzzle for you.
Right.
So
okay, this one has to be because of these 3 ones in a row.
Is that the case? I don't think that's right.
Apparently not. Okay. Because then it could have been.
Oh, you took some scornful damage on that one.
And that one.
Yeah, the thing to do there, Amabel, was to use the same logic, right? Because these two, one of these two has to be, then this guy is solved, meaning this one can't be a monster. And you can reveal that and then work from there. And now that that's true, one of these two has to be to satisfy this too, because it already has a neighbor. And then once one of these two is a monster, it satisfies this two, and so neither one of these can be.
Another one of the these over here.
Yeah. There you go. Excitable bristle chunk, the magma of scornful damage, has laid his scornful damage upon you. So you managed to get yourself 2 points of armor, and that really has helped you a lot. That's the only reason you're still alive. At this point, any monster could kill you with a single touch. So no more mistakes, you know?
Yeah.
Yep, and you got some charge on some of your items. It might be worthwhile to spend some of it. It's up to you. The watering can certainly does good work. Got access to a shop. Ooh. Do you know what souls are? Do you know what that item does? Did you read the pop-up?
I don't yet.
Hold it.
Okay. Gain 1 max life and 1 life.
It's pretty good. So, double your morality. If your absolute morality is 30 or greater, reduce the stage power. Yeah, this game has a whole morality system. Common actions will increase and decrease morality, like doing things to get your familiars killed decreases your morality. So, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get to give me the text. And
yeah, so just mouse over it.
I am.
But then you keep wandering your mouse off of it slightly for some reason.
My mouse is on it.
No.
It's not doing anything.
That's not correct. Your mouse is not on it. Your mouse is on the little blue exclamation point. Yeah. See, when you mouse over the item, you get the...
Okay, but sometimes I get the little text at the bottom, too.
Yeah, just... But this one doesn't have any keywords in it, so there would be no text at the bottom.
Then don't have the little blue thing.
The little blue thing means it's an item you've never seen before.
Oh, okay.
The rancid wilds march across the dust and bones.
Okay.
And the different biomes and themes have their own music and stuff too, which is rad. Your first click is always safe. You should always start the puzzle by clicking in.
Okay. Look at this guy.
Sharp tricks.
The Bobo. What a champion.
What a terrifying beast.
All right. Let's see. Let's see what I got here. Okay.
So I see several spaces where you can start getting work done if you would like a push.
All right. So let's let's see here. This 2 needs to have 2 adjacent to it. There are only 3 spaces. One of these is going to be adjacent to the 1, which means that this one is safe.
Correct.
Okay. I've done that.
So it's all. My advice is it's always going to be places where you have differing values like that to break down. Like, let's go to this this upper. You see where the left side here, where it goes 1, 2, 2 down the side.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So this 2, the upper 2, is telling us that there are 2 monsters in these 3 cells. Because of the 1, we know that only one of them can be inside of these 2 cells. So this one is definitely a monster.
Right.
And then once you know that, you also know that because one of these 2 cells is definitely a monster, the 3 cells above the 1 are safe.
The 3 cells above
right,
the
that
1.
Yeah, that 1 in the corner, you know where its monster is.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Hey,
and so that creates
my favorite.
That creates a corner.
My favorite shit.
Yep.
Is the corner. My favorite shit. I love that. That's how I know what to do. I'm always looking for the corners. I don't get the corners. I get confused. You always gotta put baby in the corner here.
Lock roll. The game has a classic mode, which is just normal Minesweeper, and I believe in the classic mode it only gives you puzzles that don't require guessing. If it's 10 or greater, kill monsters in this quadrant equal to the number of frozen cells in this quadrant.
I still don't know how that. I'll just have to use it at some point. But I just
if you hold your mouse, this is the problem. Is you never leave your mouse anywhere. So if you hold your mouse over that electric thing, it will tell you what electric does. But every time it starts to tell you, you move your mouse away. Okay, doubles the potency of contained object. So like an electric cell with a monster in it, the monster would hit you twice. An electric cell with a coin in it, you would get 2 coins when you pick it up.
Okay.
It just doubles the value of the thing in the cell, basically.
Okay. All right, so I know that one of these are. I know that one of. Well, no. Yeah, I know that one of these are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
exactly
like
one.
Exactly one. Yes.
You get tumbleweeds out in the. That's correct.
Yeah, I don't like tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds suck.
Sweet Sour, the software I'm using to sort of tell it straight on the screen is called LiveDraw. It is a.
No, that could be there.
Here, I can link the GitHub in the chat. It's just a nice little piece of free software.
So I know that one is.
I have found it tremendously useful for a number of things.
And because of. Well, so hang on. Because of. This one needs to be adjacent. One of these 2 need to be a bomb.
Right. Exactly. One of those is a monster.
Which means this one is.
Which means that one is. Isn't. Yeah, which solves a bunch of stuff in that corner, right? Because now that 2 is clear.
Yeah. Oh, I need that.
So you just have 1 additional hungry plant. Every 50 cells without a mistake, spawn either a miracle seed or a demon seed. That's weird. Your wolf mask scared off, what's his face? The kobold. By the way, notice that many items have tags that just define how they are interacted with by other items. If you mouse over that scorpion tool, you can see this is a meat weapon.
Okay.
Scorpion tail, one of the classic meat weapons. So,
you know what? I'm
you
just
want me
gonna.
to? Okay. There's a spot down to the. Okay. There's a spot down into the right that had 7 cells available instead of just 6.
Did it?
Yeah. If you.
Oh, these count as empty cells.
No, they are not 0 value. So, right, the watering can only spawns stuff in the cells that don't.
Oh,
have
right,
numbers.
here we are. Yeah, I see that
That's
now.
what I was talking
Well,
about. You could have gotten 1 more coin, or maybe even
what is
something
this
good.
thing?
That's a token.
I need those for something.
Yeah, take it.
Okay. I was trying to decide if I should electrocute it or not, but
Okay,
I didn't. So that's how that went. All right, well, these 3 have to be because of the 5.
Yep. Remember, you can cord for.
Right.
Yeah.
Which means this 2
Sweet
is
Sour
good.
asks, do you ever play auto battlers? Have you checked out Mechabellum? I have played a few auto battlers. They're not generally my my genre. I have not had a look at Mechabellum yet. I've heard cool things about it, but I've just been.
What's that one auto battler that we liked? Okay, we played it for a bit.
We.
Well, you were playing it, and Mike was playing it, and then I played it for a bit.
Super Auto Pets?
Right. It was all right.
Yeah, Super Auto Pets is okay. That game is fine. I actually really liked Dota Underlords while that was running, but they sadly bailed on it.
All right. So hang on, over here as a 2-1-1.
Mm-hmm.
One of these has to have 1, but if it's this one, then neither of these cells are, and this one would not have 1 next to it. So I think it has to be either is here.
Why don't you work it from the easier end? Start at the 1.
Start at the 1. Okay, so this one has one of these 2
Exactly
need to
one of those
be
2 is
a monster.
right.
Right. And whichever one it is also adjacent to this one.
Right.
Which means that this one can't be.
Right.
Okay. It's unclear though if it's here or here.
Well, so you just sort of like
'Cause
you've rolled some ambiguity forward here, right? Now that lower 2 has 2 cells adjacent to it, exactly one of which is a monster, which means
Which means
that the upper 2 is solved, right?
Yes.
So that'll puncture.
And then one of these.
That'll puncture. Well, hold on. There's 2 more cells there. Yep, those 2.
Okay. That's also clear.
Also clear.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay.
You got chomped.
Well,
defenseless little man to bugbear. Took you down to 1 health. He did. Better be careful.
I jump every time it happens.
It's a loud noise. And they do a little screen shake. Like they make it startling.
Okay, so that was just wrong, but that does mean that.
The good news is that's information, right? Like that's actually solved a bunch for you.
Okay. That's okay.
Yep, that's
right.
Clear.
Well, then this one has to be that.
Mm-hmm.
That is so stressful when that happens.
Yeah.
Really
No, it really is legitimately unpleasant. They are cruel. They are cruel folks.
So
there's a couple more places here where I see you can probe a little bit, but we might be getting into items territory.
Yeah.
What do you have? You have. I mean, you don't really have a lot of stuff that's useful, honestly.
No, I don't.
Okay. And you can't spawn your familiar because the stage is rancid. Because you clicked on that rancid meteorite.
That's a consumable. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So you want me to give you a little push?
Well, hang on.
Okay.
I might need it in a moment, but,
okay,
but
yeah,
hang on. Okay, so this 5, there are
too much
4
ambiguity.
cells. Pardon?
There's too much ambiguity there, right? Like it's got 3 identified monsters. You have 4 cells, and there's 2 monsters
4
in them, and you
cells,
have no
yeah.
other information on them.
Yeah, that's where I was. I'm sorry. Actually, the music seems to have gotten louder, so it's harder to hear you. It's very strange.
Sorry, I've backed off my mic a little bit there too. That's on me.
Okay, well, this 3, exactly one of these,
Yeah.
is.
So like,
And
without another point of information to exert secondary sort of pressure on,
Yeah,
there's
this
no
whole area is fucked.
Yeah, it's too much fog. There's too much math ambiguity there.
All right, so this 1 has 2 next to it, and one of them has the monster. Whichever one it is the one that's adjacent to this 2.
But that's not
this
super
2
helpful.
here.
Okay.
This 2 here, okay, is either here, in which case this isn't one, and this has to be, or it's here, in which case these aren't. But so this one can't be.
Is that
right?
True?
Is that? Wait, hang on. No. Hang on.
Okay.
If this is here, then that's there. If this is here,
so you're thinking you're again thinking in terms of single cells a lot here. You're trying to deduce, and I think that's an unproductive approach most of the time. You have an instance of the same logical trick we've been using available to you up there.
Up here I do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't see it. Is the problem?
All right. So that 2 that you've been working off of, right? The one right there, has 2 cells adjacent to it, exactly one of which is a monster.
Okay.
And once we figure that out, then that's the second monster adjacent to the 2 to the left of it as well, right?
Yeah.
So we know one of these 2 cells has a monster.
We know that.
So we know all
these aren't
all
monsters.
3 of those are safe.
Right.
Yep. And look at that. Look how beautiful that is.
Okay. Well, then it has to be here, right?
Well, so if you look at the 2 to the top left of where your cursor is right now.
The top left.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. It has.
So
okay.
those two are locked in, and that gives you some stuff to work with.
Okay.
You're getting there. They start to get harder.
There, but I feel a little slow in the uptake sometimes. So hey, this 4 needs 2 more monsters. They only have 2 spaces adjacent to it.
Right. And that solves that 3.
Solves that 3. This 5 is not solved.
But the 2 to its right
is. Okay, and that solves that too.
Yeah.
Or solves that too.
There we go. We're getting some gas here.
Solves that one. Okay. Okay, but one of these 3 has to. Only one of these 3 has one in it.
Mm-hmm. Where's that going?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If it's this one over here.
Uh-oh.
So am I doing it again?
When we start to go, if this then that, you're setting yourself up for trouble.
Yeah, no, I see that.
And I will note that at literally every time you've clicked on a monster, it has been after doing that.
All right.
So instead of trying to draw like complicated inference chains, just like where are places where you do and don't know things, right? Like so that 5 is a good example.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, this is a monster here. This is a monster here.
Talk us over to it.
Because only one of these two cells.
Exactly, one of those two cells is a monster, right?
Yep, that's what I said. And then the 4 needs 2 monsters, one of which is in these cells. There's 1 cell left, so that has to be a monster.
That is for sure a monster.
3 here. No, that doesn't mean the 3 there. Okay, but
we're getting closer.
We're getting closer.
You have some. You have a little bit more information.
Yeah, I do. I do have a little more information.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the chat about mice and stuff.
Okay, good. It's not about like what a dummy Amabel is. How is she taking so long to do these things? Okay, this one is free and clear because
correct, yeah.
It has to be up there, right?
That's a shame. We were really hoping for that to be a 2.
Yeah, that would have been a lot more helpful.
We're starting to get into territory where we might have to make a guess. You're just kind of like hoping to
pretty deadly right now.
You're just kind of like hoping to charge enough mana here. So we can make an educated guess at the very least.
I can freeze some shit. I can electrify.
But the ice totem only targets visible cells, right?
Yeah, it's not really going to be useful.
Okay, so.
Okay. Okay.
I will say, like, you have a 2 here that has four cells adjacent to it, only one of which is a monster. So that's probably going to be, if you're going to guess, it's probably in there is the place where you do it.
But that's a 1 in 4 chance.
It's a 1 in 4 chance that you lose. It's a 3 in 4 chance that you survive. I don't think you're going to get 3 in 4 anywhere else. Hey, actually, we only have 6 monsters left.
Yeah.
So 2 of them are around the 5.
Right.
And there's 1 in the top left. There's 1 to the left of the 5. That's 4 accounted for already. So that's 2 more in the sort of like the messy spaces here.
Yeah.
Sweet Sour is saying we know there's a monster to the left of the 4. I don't think, is that true? Could it not be a monster to the left of the 5 and a monster to the down and to the left of the 3? Doesn't that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. But so we have 4 positions, and then we have 2 more monsters, and the 2 that we were talking about guessing from is that monster still unaccounted for in that space somewhere, and it could be one of the monsters off the 5 is the thing.
So I'm just gonna guess.
Okay. What I'm kind of saying here is I think there's a case for I think there's a case for clicking into like the sort of like the wall area and just trying to see the 2 below the 3.
Like here.
Yeah, so hold on. There's a lot of people saying a lot of stuff in chat. Keep in mind, y'all, you cannot see the whole puzzle right now. That top 3 in the leftist column has stuff above it. There's more rows above that. Like that's not a solved situation because either one of those could be.
Yeah. Bottom left is solved.
There's a lot of people saying a lot of things.
Is
here.
it? Okay, hang on. The right 2 means to 5 can only have one of the 2 above it.
Right.
This yeah.
But that 5 has 2 monsters unaccounted for.
Which this 5 here, yeah.
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 And they're either going to be. It's possible that one of them is in the 2 spaces above it, but it's also possible that neither of those are monsters.
Yeah. In which case, these are monsters.
Yeah, right. It could be that those 2 are monsters, and then that one in the corner there is a monster.
Here, how about I try clicking here? Just
yeah, this is what I would do. The situation, as I understand it, is that we have to guess, and what I would do is the thing you're doing right now is just click into the wall here. Oh, the odds of that were so poor. Kobold of imposing regret has slain you. He did it. He imposed the regret. We got to a situation where we had to guess, and mistakes made earlier made it so that the guess was potentially lethal, and that is, that's Demoncrawl. So if you go to the token shop here, real quick, this is your meta progression. You unlock new things for later. So like Tokeneer and Specialist and stuff these are permanent upgrades. All right, go to start a new run. I want to show you something.
where is that?
Back. Yep. All right, so see down there where it says edit. If you click that, right now you don't have any masteries unlocked, but by doing things in the game, if you mouse over these locks, I believe it'll tell you what you have to do. By unlocking these masteries in the game and then purchasing them in the shop once you've unlocked them, you can go into the game with various powers. So you sort of unlock like classes to play as. And actually, if you wouldn't mind, do you want to relinquish control here and have me do a portion of a run real quick? Because my file is considerably more developed than yours.
Yeah. So you're just gonna pull yours up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So go ahead and stop streaming that to me, and I will pull up my local copy. Yeah, that's Demoncrawl. I think the game's rad as hell, personally. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Listen, I
remember.
I got some hours, y'all. That is so loud.
I wish I could. Was what I'm saying. I wish I could remember the other, like, dungeony Minecraft, not Minecraft, Minesweeper game that I saw you playing.
I'm just gonna put a piece of information on the screen here real quick.
Okay.
If I can figure out how to do it smoothly. Everything is so complicated. Here's the thing about computers, Amabel.
Yeah.
So when I say my file is more developed, this right here is what I'm talking about. Sometimes I play puzzle games while doing things. Anyway,
the home screen graphic, the Ghast Cave, that is a piece of art that someone commissioned, the SB commissioned from Marie Anger.
You're allowed to call me Samhain. It's fine. The comics artist Marie Anger, who is fucking rad as hell. Follow them on Blue Sky, buy their shit. Store.marieanger.com, I believe. They do fantastic work. Not just like style, but like their comics are really good. Death to the Wizard Kings is phenomenal. All their stuff, the Black Stars is great. Just yeah, huge fan of Marie Anger. And they were super cool, very nice to work with.
Yeah, how many people know that about Gast, like this character who is your personal assistant?
Yeah. So hold on, we'll talk about Gast later. Right now, what we're talking about is the fact that my profile is level 407.
Okay.
So you can see I have all of the quests unlocked and completed many times over. Of course, we'll just jump into like quest 4 or whatever. So I have not all of the masteries, but most of the masteries. They kept adding them after I stopped playing as part of the reason I don't have them all. Right now, I am using the Spark 3 mastery. So each stage, one cell with loot in it will get electric. Monsters in electric cells deal half damage instead of double. Take that, nerds. Whenever I collect loot from an electric cell, I apply electric to cells of the same value that are in the same column and row. And once you get a mastery up to level 3, it gains a charging ultimate. So every 2 stages, every time I beat 2 stages, it charges up this ability to apply electric to all cells that are between electric cells, and then reveal all electric cells, killing any living objects within. Everybody's got that, right? Because it's very straightforward and simple. Let's go do the thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick while you get started.
Okay. Is that recommended? Is that good to do? Go ahead, sweetie.
Okay.
Hold on. Can I? This is a weird. The window's a weird size for me. Can I get this to be a normal? I'm not sure why it launched like this. Y'all aren't seeing it, but okay. Let me try that, and then okay. But of course, that broke the way it looks on stream. Hold on. Sorry, I'm fixing things. Bam. There we go. Okay. So let's play some Minesweeper, right? So you can see here, cell with loot in it, electric. Because it's an electric chest, we will get 2 items out of it. Monster damage is capped to my number of items. That's fine. Double coins. And then we're gonna play the thing real fast. I was not planning on Amabel abandoning me at this moment. So here we have a water boy spawner. I have so many items and types of people unlocked. I'll bet you 13 coins I can relocate to a hidden cell without getting hurt. If I'm wrong, you can have whatever I've got because he'll die. I don't have any money, buddy. I don't want to play your gambling games. But you can see if you are using the courting features and stuff, you can play this game pretty fast once you're sort of familiar with the kinds of things that Minesweeper is asking of you. Let's see. Exactly one of these cells is... So 2 of those are... This is a pretty whack configuration we've uncovered here. 2 of, 2 of, 2 of, 1 of.
You're playing so quickly, so effectively.
So one of these is... 2 of these are... Am I in a guessing spot already?
Go with God.
God needs your money. I'll remove an omen and get rid of your negative morality for 15 coins. Okay. I think we're in a guess already. You can see I've started with less health and stuff.
Yeah.
But right, there's no way to determine anything verifiable from this position, right? Am I wrong about that?
I don't think you're wrong.
So to be clear, yeah, I'm not saying gas cave, it's Gast Cave. The Gast is the name of the skeleton character. A Gast.
Granted, sometimes it is a gas cave.
Amabel.
What?
Oh, the ferryman of the West has gotten us. Oh, I was chomped. I was chomped by the ferryman of the West. I mean, who among us, right? Okay, but that does give us some information. Yeah.
I remembered the game I was thinking of, which was a Picross fantasy game, and it's not a Minesweeper fantasy game, so that's why it was wrong.
Okay. What game
That
is
was
that?
the Dungeons and Diagrams.
Oh, all right.
I saw you play quite a bit of that.
I did play quite a bit of that. When I find a good puzzle game, I will.
Oh, yeah.
I will do that.
Puzzle games are your jam.
Well, I just I need them because of the way my brain doesn't work good.
Yeah.
They're an important form of self-medication. Is the way I would put it.
I mean, I get that. My self-medication is being a whore, but it's also,
Yeah, well.
your way works too.
Okay, so we got a heart on an electric cell here, so I'm going to hold off on grabbing that.
Right.
Just in case. Because I do not currently need 2 health. See, that's good. We can click those. Wow, 5s, huh? We're in some pretty weird formations here. So Amabel, what's going on?
Well, the chat apparently I didn't mean to steal your bit, Robin. Like Gas Cave, I mean, I'm sorry. I have IBS. I am quite flatulent. It is a gas cave sometimes. Okay, so Lockroll asks, monster does 2 damage. Won't you get 1 shot? And so 1 to 2 damage.
Well,
so like holding off on that, is that a good idea if you could get killed in 1?
Here's the thing. I don't plan on making any mistakes. I plan on knowing before I might get monstered. That is perhaps a little brave, a little bold on my part, but we don't know what else is going to happen, what other stuff I might pick up, etc. Also, note, monster damage is capped to my number of items because of my feather. So actually, because I only have 1 item right now, I can only take 1 damage from a monster. But I had forgotten about that. That was not a guiding part of the decision. All right, so one of these 3 is a monster, which means exactly one of these 2 is a monster. That's not super helpful. Yeah, the utility of that's pretty low. Are we kind of guessy again already? One of these 2 is. So 2 of these 3, which doesn't, 2 of these 3 are. So this one is, right? 2 of these 3 are, and there's only 1 monster space available adjacent to this. So that means this is a monster, and one of these 2 is, so this 3 is satisfied. The last monster for this 4 must be in one of these 3 spaces, so this 1 is satisfied apart from that. And then this 1 is satisfied down here. That helped. One of these 2 is, so that one can't be. I like this music.
I can't hear it at this point, so.
You know what? I'm going to pick this up because I was waiting until after picking that heart up to open the chest because I wanted to electrocute the chest, obviously. So increases your chance to find treasure chests and some more money. Okay. Spread the electricity everywhere. Get all the extra loot. So I'm playing on a slightly higher difficulty than you were playing on. I don't know if you went to the bathroom before you saw that.
I mean, I can see it from seeing what you're playing and that you're like, 2 screens in or whatever, 1 screen in.
Yeah, these puzzles are considerably more guessy, I guess is a good way to put it. So one of these 2 is, which means that one can't be, actually. One of these 2 is, which means neither of those can be. This one's then solved. anything?
I don't, but I'm also looking at it on a delay, so it's
Yeah. There's 8 monsters left in this much space. Criminy.
All right, let's see. There's a. So the thing is, next to that 5, there are 3 spaces.
2 of which are monsters.
2 of them have to be monsters.
So this is 2 of our monsters. 1 of them's here. 1 of them's here. 1 of them's here. That's 5 accounted for. 6 here. 7. So there's only 1 monster in this whole block of tiles. So I'm just gonna kind of click around a little bit. The odds of getting screwed on that were pretty low. And indeed, it gave us the information we needed to start cracking again. Easy. And now our mastery is fully charged. So let's pop into the shop here. 38 gold. A bookworm doll. Gain a random book item for every 3 mastery charges at the start of each stage, and when your ultimate ability is activated. The spy doll gleans random cells equal to your mastery charges and when you activate your ultimate. And this gives you 30 mana per omen when you use a magic item. None of these items are good or affordable.
Fake Alex Blue says you are surely doing the logical calculation like anyone who's ever played Minesweeper has done, but the way you're articulating it is completely other to my own internal monologic. Lockroll agrees that the explanation was too high tier, and people are saying that I was more of their speed. So that's.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I was going fast on purpose. Note the sign here. Don't let the haters get to you.
Beware of dog.
So we're gonna hold off on picking things up for a second. So yeah, I am intentionally playing fast, and I do apologize if that's harder to watch.
I mean, I don't think it is.
The people in the chat are saying that's what they are finding.
Okay. Andra says it's harder to follow, but it's impressive. And yeah, I think one of the things you do on your channel is you show the way that you solve problems, the way you approach and you learn things. And I don't know anyone whose brain works like yours. That's a compliment.
A wish pool. It's a thing to gain extra mana. That would be really cool if we had these fucking items. Yeah, I will say I don't think I know anybody else whose brain works the way mine does either, and if I did, that poor fucking person. So 2 of these 3 are monsters. It's a little awkward because there's enough ambiguity where like the 3s here could break down because they each have 1 cell that's outside of the area that's still ambiguous. That breaks down kind of funny. Let's electrocute the chest and get some stuff. I found a die allowing me to reroll mods and automatically discharges to prevent an empty cell from becoming flagged. Hey, that's a cool fucking item.
Yeah.
So we're gonna what we're gonna do here is we're gonna just see if we. Thank you, red flag. And there we go. That's a whole bunch of information. Unfortunately, it's still not conclusive. So there's two monsters left. One of them is right here, and the other one is somewhere in these 5 cells. I found him. It's the Cerberus of Sins. Ow. Okay. That could well have killed me, actually. That's entirely possible.
Robin, behave.
Yeah, the red flag's a great item. I'm very pleased to have found it.
Okay, that's fair.
Campfire. Burn target sign, then fully heal by passing a number of turns equal to your missing lives, destroying 1 life per turn. Oh, this elixir is just going to gain us a bunch of souls. I think we should definitely buy that. Give me this bonfire too. The Vale, beyond a place of grassy knolls. So first things first, let's have a drink. Okay. Just got +1 there. That's fine. But yeah, part of the reason I'm playing faster is because I kind of want to like get deep into the thing because I want to get to show off some of the weirdness.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to develop the run quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just being comical there. I'm not actually telling people what to do in chat. I'm not telling people to actually behave. To be clear. Krobzik says, you learning that you don't need reputation to complete seal map on P20 was peak entertainment. I don't know what that means.
That is a reference to the end of the against Storm series. The thing is, I don't know that it ever mattered because the problem, it was never like, oh man, we got to bend our run out of shape to make sure I get more reputation. The problem has always been that I'm just very slow at completing the sealing tasks. And so we sort of incidentally finished reputation before we got to them in the past, you know. It is a funny thing to learn as credits are rolling, though. I do agree. So the electricity is not going to spread super easily here because of the way, you know, it's spreading through the open cells, right? Because this whole row and column is numbers, I think we're going to end up not being able to electrify the rest of the loot.
Lock roll, sealing as in a seal, not as like locking something away, sealing something away, not you know, the opposite of a roof. Did you say what? How?
What is happening? Sorry, I'm paying attention to the game.
Oh, you should. I'm engaging. I'm doing my part of the job.
Okay. Apply frozen to random hidden
You have a
cells.
floor and a ceiling. A ceiling is the opposite of a roof, like the other side of a roof.
Okay, I think most people would say
We're
that
not talking about
floor is the okay. Never mind.
ceiling.
Disregard. Keep going.
Look, my brain works in very particular ways.
It does. It does. All right. Apply frozen to random hidden cells until it lands on one without a monster. Okay. So those ones are monsters? That's information, but it's not as much information as I would like. Ah! Plucky Tickle Psycho, the Rotting Hydra. I got Tickle Psychoed.
All right.
I'm injured. Amabel, I'm bleeding.
Oh, hey, but those.
Yeah, no, it's still bad, actually.
Okay, but those two, right? Those two below the fours have to be.
No,
No.
the frozen cells are the. Each of these fours has 3 cells lit up around it. One of these is a monster, and the other one isn't.
Okay.
And even if I click on the monster, they do 1 to 4 damage, and I have 3 health. So there was a chance I would survive, but sadly, it did not occur. The game's harder.
The serpent of bigly damage.
The game's harder. But yeah, you can see how it scales up and how you become like when you play it on the lower quests, you can kind of just minesweeper your way through. As you get higher in the difficulty, you have to be playing with the items and the masteries and stuff because there is too much. There's too much unsolvability.
So this is news. Apparently, there's another mode now that you've done the adamantine seal. So
Well,
not sure how much
I
different
know
it would
there's
be
that.
for
I
the
know there's
final
that
scale.
the King's Hand or Queen's Hand challenge or whatever.
Okay.
That's
I don't
that's
know,
a known quantity.
I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat is what I'm doing.
But I'm done. But I'm done though.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the thing.
Ooh.
I have completed. The
We're in the
game.
post stream.
I guess yeah. I guess
what
we're
is-
going to the post stream. It's a little tiny bit shorter than normal, but yeah. Let's
I don't know, we've
post
been doing
stream.
it for a couple hours.
Yeah, but you never include the pre-stream in your count.
I don't because
If the timer says we've been running for 2 hours, that means we've been streaming for like an hour and 45 minutes. You gotta remember the pre-stream is pre-stream. It's before the stream. But what we are now is the post-stream. Look at that. It says so right there on the screen.
yeah. So we're gonna share stuff that we enjoyed during this week. I appreciate asking Lockroll, but I also have other things I have to. Like I have other demands on my time this afternoon.
Yeah, we have stuff today. It's part of the reason I'm sort of hurrying us along. Yeah. King's Hand. That's right. That's what King's Hand is. Honestly, I kind of want to try it. I think it probably is okay.
I don't know what it is.
You don't know about King's Hand? This is a famous viral Twitter post where a person posted about a dream they had. I had a dream where there was a food called King's Hand, a hollow hand made of M&M cookie filled with Greek salad, and then they made it, of course.
Oh no! Oh no! It sounds awful. Those are not flavors I want together.
Here we go. Here's the photos.
Oh
Greek salad.
no!
They seem to.
I care for this.
I mean, you can see in the final picture there that they seem satisfied. I don't know if that's satisfied with their works or because the food is okay, but King's Hand. The top comment on Reddit of the Reddit is never stop chasing your dreams, I guess? Question mark.
What's something you enjoyed this week, sweetheart?
Fucking completely locked up. Sorry. I'm in such bad shape. I did not sleep last night. I slept about 2 hours earlier today. I was up all night and I finally fell asleep around like 10 a.m. and I slept for almost 2 hours. And then we started streaming. So that's where I'm at. Again, minor neurological event occurred. So you know what I have been enjoying this last week, stuff that I want to bring to the stream and tell people is great. Two things. I had two things. Thing number one is 2 Point Museum. For those of you who are not familiar with the 2 Point people, back in the day, there used to be sort of a genre of games that we called tycoon games because they all had tycoon at the end of their names. Zoo Tycoon, Hospital Tycoon, etc. The genre never totally went away, but it certainly got a lot less popular. There were way fewer of these games. A few years ago, somebody founded a studio called 2 Point Studios, whose whole raison d'etre is just reviving the genre. They have put out a 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Campus, and finally, earlier this month, 2 Point Museum. And this is where I got on the train because I like the idea of these games, but the museum one is the first one where the theming is really like a total slam dunk for me. I really want to run a museum. That sounds great. So I've been playing 2 Point Museum, and it's fucking great. It's great. It's very fun to design and run a museum. Actually, I can probably pull up the game a little bit here. And I will talk about the other thing while this is loading. The other thing is I got turned on to this show called Paradise, which is here's the thing. I love Sterling K. Brown. I don't know if that's come up on the channel before, how much I love Sterling K. Brown. But I do. And so I will watch basically anything because Sterling K. Brown is in it, because I just think he's a fucking fantastic actor. He elevates whatever. And so I started watching this show just because he's in it. but I'm actually really enjoying it. Well, really enjoying it. I'm pretty. It's compelling, is what I'll say. It is about a secret service. He's the head of the Secret Service, and the president gets killed, right? And the president is played by James Marsden, and he's dead like right at the beginning of the series. So you only see him in flashbacks, but there's a lot of flashbacks. It's a very flashback heavy show, and so it's sort of like presidential intrigue. These are the people who are close to the president, and here's the billionaires he was mixed up with, and like who could have done this thing. And that's the show that they sell to you for the first 45 minutes of the first episode. But then, right at the end of the first episode, Sterling K. Brown's character is walking past a sign, considering a piece of evidence that he's discovered. And the sign, like, flickers and turns out it's a screen. And it says on it, public service announcement, due to unforeseen maintenance, dawn will be delayed by 2 hours today. And then they do like a zoom back, and like the president in the flashbacks has been talking about how like he's very dour on the outlook of the world and stuff. And he tells Sterling K. Brown's character not to have kids. And you think it's just because like he's depressed because of the job or whatever. Because like he clearly is not having the most fun. His life is kind of falling apart on him. But it turns out it's because he had foreknowledge of like an apocalypse level event. And the whole show actually takes place in a city that was built underneath a mountain because the apocalypse happened. It's a post-apocalyptic presidential murder mystery. And so the camera shows that like dawn will be delayed by 2 hours, and it does this dramatic zoom past the sun, which it turns out is actually just a big spotlight, and shows like the big cave system that the city is built inside. And first of all, I just thought that was like a masterful execution of that thing. And secondly, I love it when something gets weird, something just like takes a big swing. So that's fun. Paradise. It's pretty fucking, yeah, it's called Paradise. It's pretty fucking cool. I am not all the way through it yet. My understanding is that it has been renewed for a second season already. So, but yeah, let me show a little bit of this. If that's cool with you, Amabel,
okay.
if you can.
Yeah.
If you can bear it.
Yeah, so people are mentioning... let's see, let me scroll up a bit.
There's Spider-Man. I think it's a Hulu show. I'm going to level with you. I saw it in a different way than that.
Baz Von Der and Den Hollanders' Super Bunny Hop uploaded a video about the history of strategy games.
Ooh, I will check that out. That sounds very exciting.
From ancient times to Kriegspiel to modern computer games. Robin Bennis has been loving Do No Harm. Andra is catching up on Severance Season 2. Severance is rad. I really like Severance, and Season 2 was really good.
Yeah, Season 2 was really good.
Yeah, everyone who's like, it's a puzzle box. Shut up. Shut up, you're wrong, shut up.
There's been a little bit of like weird discourse around the show on Blue Sky, but whatever. So this is the county. You're the museum director for the whole county, so you are managing several museums. My most developed museum here is down in Passwater Cove. It is mostly a marine life sort of museum here. So we'll pop into this. We'll pop into like one or two of the other things real quick. But yeah, it's just like a game where you build out a museum and you're trying to draw guests in and entertain and educate them, and you have various challenges that you're trying to fulfill to earn stars for your museums. So you can see right now, like, this is all the stuff I'm working on the side of the screen. Do I need more janitors? Is that true? Where's my staffing thing? I have 7 janitors on staff, but they are all busy. There's a lot of puddles in this particular museum. I think our cash flow is really good right now. We can take on another guy. Yeah, Yolanda, you seem like a winner. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit here so you can actually see what's going on. You can see all the guests. We can, of course, at any time pause and click on a guest to get a view of like what they're thinking and all of their shit. This is classic tycoon game stuff. All the factors influencing their mood. Are there enough places to sit down? Oh, this kid is not as entertained as they could be. Kids are tough. Sometimes kids are tough. Are you?
That's why I have to boil them.
You do, I'm gonna pay Jamie Lynn Humbug more money. She's mad about her pay, and I see why. So yeah, you can see here I've got some Wetlantian artifacts, including this big boat here. This Wetlantian boat. We have a gift shop. I've constructed the museum so that you must exit through the gift shop, because that, because I'm trying to make money over here. This museum's not a charity. Here's my staff quarters and whatnot. And then I have a bunch of aquariums. This fucking terrifying skeleton thing. You can see the donation bins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my various critters. We got some bull sharks, obviously. This is Krusty Bullfrog. That's not a bullfrog. That's a man. It's a human person, who is also being underpaid, in my opinion. He's in there. He's a marine wildlife expert. He's in there restoring the aquarium. Stuff breaks down. It has to be repaired.
Yeah.
We got some.
Robin,
we got some lionfish over here. We got a bunch of bathrooms, and then
Robin,
over here, the good aquariums, which have like the fancy fish in them. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. I'm interacting with chat.
Yeah.
Robin, I understand what you're saying.
Tiger
How dare I say about children? Everyone knows you bake them, but I understand boiling does leach out the flavor. But here's the thing: I know someone who used to always bake them, and then they pushed her into the oven. These two little kids, two little shits, and I'm not gonna risk it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I got a little botany exhibit going over here. You can see there's some clowns running around. That's because this this blooming buffoon plant. Sometimes guests get too close to it and they fall in, and then it turns them into a clown. We'll occasionally ingest a guest and turn them into a clown. So yeah, and you can see there's like extra lots and stuff that can be purchased, and I can expand more. This is a pretty developed and complicated museum. There is this whole system of expeditions. You got to send out expeditions made up of qualified crew members to get your exhibits in the first place. And you can see I have 5 maps worth of this stuff going on. I am far from finished drawing out any of these maps either. I've barely done the space part at all. It's a lot of game. It's a big game.
Yeah.
There's a couple of like special challenge museums that are just like, just farm fish or just do work the marketing department as hard as you can. My favorite of my hotels, or my favorite of my museums, and the one I have not worked on in quite a while, is Wylon Lodge here. The netherworld is becoming volatile, Amabel. There's no gooing back
because
ghosts leave a lot of ectoplasm around is the thing.
Okay.
So this is my supernatural museum. So first of all, you got a lot of good haunted stuff. This plant. Oh, watch this. This guy is getting too close to this plant. He's getting too friendly with it, too comfortable around it. Oh no, it chose not to consume him. This plant will occasionally vampirize people. It's called the Hemogobbler. Okay, this new mechanics are happening. I'm gonna worry about these later. I was kind of hoping we'd get to see somebody get hemogobbled. Once somebody gets hemogobbled, of course, they get turned into a vampire, which is fine and actually sometimes good because there's lots of different kinds of guests and they all have different interests and different wants and needs and stuff. I'm looking for a particular class of guest. Here we go. Check this shit out. This gothy motherfucker here, Cuthbert Hurricane. It would be his dream visit to be turned into a vampire. So, sometimes they're real happy it's happened. This museum is a little bit more disorganized. But a thing that's cool about the Supernatural Museum, first of all, I have a ghost running my gift shop. That's fucking sick. But secondly, it's an old converted hotel, and you can get spirits, and you also run a ghost hotel in your supernatural museum, and it's like each museum has its own sort of like extra weird mechanics. I just think this game's rad as hell. Here's an old haunted animatronic band that I put back together.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sick. Yeah. 2 Point Museum. I think it's very good. I did not play any of the other 2 Point Museum game or the other 2 Point games, but I bet they're also good. I don't know. That's that. That's what I wanted to show you.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that with us, sweetheart.
It's cool. It's cool. It's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that there's there's 5 different museums, and each one of them has its own sort of like special weird mechanics that you are managing. And I think that's a fun twist on the idea. So, is there anything else? Have we seen any other recommendations in chat or anything?
Let me scroll back up before the part we're talking
Andra
about.
asks,
Children.
does the elevator fill with blood? It does not, I'm pretty sure. I've never seen the elevator fill with blood. That might be lazy. I'm probably, so here's the thing, as the museum curator, it's probably on me to source the blood. That might be a laziness problem. That might be a me issue.
A couple people are talking about how they've been playing Final Fantasy 14.
I hear good things.
So, yeah, all right, yeah.
Can I tell you where my head's at as far as MMOs? I think Warframe's pretty good. It is not.
I just don't play MMOs.
Not the same
so
kind of
it's
thing
not,
at all.
No, I think that's. Yeah, no. Someone mentioned a roguelike, like an actual roguelike, somewhere in the chat, and I can't find it now. Hang on, I'm scrolling through. Okay. Baz says, start playing Rift Wizard 2 again. One of my favorite traditional roguelikes. So many spell casting options. I'm not familiar with that one. I have my roguelike experience is like NetHack and like Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. So like it's very, very old.
Yo, this looks intense. I'm okay. I'm taking note. Yeah, Rift Wizard 2 looks neat. So I see Lockroll in chat asking fave genre. If that's directed at me, if you're just asking what my favorite genre of games is, I mean, strategy games and puzzle games for sure. In particular, I love a good really weird, complicated puzzle game. Patrick's Parabox or A Baba Is You. Or if you can find one of those good 4X games, they're few and far between these days, but that's a juicy one. I love an ImSim. Good ImSim I could really sink my teeth into.
Okay. We got a couple
The Witness. The Witness was so good. The Witness was incredibly good. There are so many moments in The Witness. Like the first time you see one of the environmental puzzles, like there's so many individual moments in The Witness that I wish I could experience for the first time again.
Yeah. Andra is asking, is there any chance of a return to Pathologic 2? You have one guaranteed viewer at least. If I remember correctly, that game kind of stressed you out.
It did. Well, I was playing that game during a very complicated period of my life. It was not a good time to be playing a game that was that stressful, in my opinion. Technotopia has been recommended by Kyle Whitworth here. A puzzle city builder game. It definitely has a look, huh? This game's got a very charming appearance, I will say that. Yeah, so probably not. I think it's pretty unlikely I would return to Pathologic 2 at this point, if only because Pathologic 3 is out, right?
Yes.
If I were to Pathologic again, I think I would probably try to take the developer at their most recent Pathologic 3 Quarantine is out, which is a free prologue to... I don't know what the deal is, but they're doing things. They're doing things over there. I would try to figure out what the thing is they're doing and do that, but I don't... Fucking who even knows anymore? Video games are so complicated. It's so complicated to be into video games, even beyond, like, playing them. You know, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, it looks like Pathologic 3 proper is not actually out. Pathologic 3 Quarantine is out, and Pathologic 3 has a release date of 2025. And it sure does look like Pathologic again. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would try to get into Pathologic 3, probably, is what I would do. Sweet Sour says, I feel like it takes forever to learn a 4X game, and then by the time I'm really good at it, I'm burned out. Yeah, I think that is the loop, and like the thing that really works for me is that the learning is the part I like. I don't have any interest in the being good at it. Being good at it is sort of like the I'm done with this now for me. I want to learn and get better, and as long as I feel like I'm doing that part, that's the enjoyment for me. Pathologic, as in pathological, as in pathology, because it is a game about both the nightmare that is the human psyche and also about an actual infectious disease, and it probably hit pretty different before COVID.
Yeah.
To play it now, it's definitely going to feel there's going to be an extra layer there. Kafir says, my favorite was Prey Moon something. Moon Crash. Prey Moon Crash is an expansion for Prey that is, absolutely phenomenal. Really, really great. It's sort of like they managed to make an sim roguelite kind of thing with a pretty limited period where you have to go into a computer reconstruction of the station, and it's different because you're going into like corrupted backups and trying to reconcile the data, so things are in different places from different people's perspectives, and I thought the way they pulled it off was absolutely brilliant. In my opinion, Moon Crash is better than Prey, and I thought Prey was like Game of the Year level material already.
Okay.
Anyway, shall we end the stream? Should we stop?
We shall end the stream.
Doing
Yes.
this to ourselves and to others. Also, one thing I do want to say, one more thing. Rain World. Rain World is really something, and it's on a pretty deep sale right now, and I do think that it's worth checking out if you're interested in weird video games, because there's not really anything else that's quite like Rain World is. And then also, of course, those of you who are watching know that I've picked up the new expansion, and we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna play more Rain World. So yeah, Rain World's on sale. Perhaps check it out. Okay, we're going. Have fun. Everybody enjoy whatever's left of your weekends. Enjoy, the world. Enjoy the things that you can find a way to enjoy.
Yeah. I'm waving goodbye to them, but they can't actually see it, so I don't know why I'm doing that.
I do that too. There's a bunch of gestures I do. There's a hello viewers IMSB. There's a hand component to that nobody's ever.
I'm aware. I've seen it.
You've seen it, but nobody else has ever seen it because I don't do it with a camera. So yeah, have a good weekend, y'all, and thanks for stopping by.